What's up guys, my name is Bogdan and welcome to the Pathfinder channel. On this channel we talk about semen retention, growth, frequency, vibration, and self-development. Last night I passed the 120 days mark of semen retention. I started my journey on August 22nd, 2025, and the journey is going on. I wanted to talk about this practice, what I've learned, what I've discovered, and other mysterious and unpredictable things. First, I wanted to express my gratitude and tell all of you guys who practice these teachings that you're doing such an incredible, fundamental, and important job for the future generations, for your ancestry, for your family, for your kids, for those who plan to have a family someday. You see, with availability of corn, online dating, images, AI, the world is getting crazier and crazier. And a couple of days ago, I stumbled upon an article that talks about corn consumption, and turns out that the preferences are getting wilder. The watch time is getting longer. So the world, the manhood, is falling apart if we look at it closely. I have a European mentality, and I have I would say, a bullshit detector and no bullshit mentality. I call things the way they are. Sometimes it's painful, but it forces people to grow, and it forces myself to grow. I'm not the type of guy who loves saying one step at a time, take it slow, don't be so hard on yourself. I'm super freaking hard on myself. Because what's the other options? I do not want to, in this video, share about the details of my personal life, what happens and why I've decided to commit to this journey. I just wanted to express my deep gratitude to the community of semen retention practitioners and those who decided to step into this celibacy journey. So let's talk about 120 days. Wild synchronicities, gifts from the universe, tests, and other things. The craziest part that happened during this streak, it was around 80 days, and I had a strong urge to act out, to just go outside, to go somewhere, to walk to the areas that were predictable and soothing and comfortable. And I crossed the street, and all of a sudden a homeless man started following me and passing me by. I got scared. I turned around and he kept following me. And then I decided to confront him, and I say, "Hey, what do you want?" And he just looks into my eyes and says something that still gives me chills. He tells me, "Hey, there is nothing there. Don't go there." I was like, what the hell? He's like, and he started preaching about God and Jesus Christ. So that night, I turned around and walked to the church and asked the pastor to pray for me. And the urge had been transmuted, but this is the wildest experience so far. Also, those people who passed 100 days of semen retention have to realize that it's a great power. You can give other people commands or send vibes simply with your eyes without saying anything, and people obey. So you have to keep your ego in check and stay grounded, because it's easy to hurt other people around you. It's also easy to relapse if you're not careful, and usually it's going to be a messy relapse, because imagine what kind of spiritual energy you carry within yourself right now at this stage. Another important thing is that people really, without knowing you, they want to help you. If you work in sales, for example, I do cold calls. English is not my first language, and I have an accent when I get nervous. So when I was a relapser and a depleted Coomer, and I tried to work in sales, whether it's solar sales or door knocking, people like shut the door or hang on me within 5 seconds. Right now on the retention, when I spent 2 hours doing cold calls, guys, the conversion rate is 99%. I'm telling you, I don't know how it works. People listen, people share their sensitive information on the phone. They can send me their electric bills, social security numbers. They invite me over to their places. One elderly woman invited me like the next day after the call, and we really, I feel like we became best friend. And she was like grateful for the energy that I carry, and she was like a little bit touchy, not in a like cringe way, but she is just appreciated the energy, and I didn't have any thoughts in the back of my mind. This is how the retention works. Another thing that I've discovered that is retention affects everyone around you, including family members that live with you, or family members that live overseas. I don't know how to explain this, but when you retain for such a long time, I feel a protection like aura and bubble around me. It's such a magnificent experience. I feel that spiritually people that are close to me are protected. Around 100 days of semen retention, I felt something strange when I post a picture on Instagram, or some accomplishments that I got accepted to university, let's say, or won the scholarship, or making a progress. Every time I posted my face, I felt this like hateful energy that some people try to project their insecurities or other stuff. But now at this stage, I feel that those people who will cross my path, or like try to do something bad, they will really end up badly, because I have the divine protection based on what I feel internally right now. And again, I'm not saying from the point of like ego that I'm like that guy who like never gonna relapse, and like that I made it. No, I'm staying really humble and grateful for this energy, because 1 year ago I thought it wouldn't be possible to go even like more than 14 days, guys. I don't know, like there's some spiritual connection and some spiritual power that allows me to go further and share this story with you guys. I am really, really grateful. Also, the frequency of people around you changes. Like the quality of women that approach you, or the quality of friends that you attract, are different. I'm not feeling connected to my old circles. I've had a friend whom I known for 15 years, and once I passed like 90 days of semen retention, I do not have a desire of contacting him, or like even talking to him over the phone. I don't know how to explain this. It's a weird feeling. There is nothing in common. Now I see that he sends me some random news about like OnlyFans models, or some negativity, like lots of negativity, or lots of jokes around the past. At this frequency, I wanna talk about the future. I wanna create something. I wanna grow as a spirit, as an individual, but you just feel that people are on a different frequency. And again, I must emphasize that I'm not considering that I'm like better than them or stuff like that. I'm just on my own lonely journey for now. Speaking of women, that's interesting, because recently I went to a couple of events like it's business related events, and I didn't have any expectations. And all of a sudden, when I entered the bar area, I saw the barista, the girl. Once we started talking, like the first time I saw and like look at her, I felt like an incredible sensation in my heart chakra. Usually, like when you look at the women, some people objectify lustfully women, and you have this urge to own or to do something, but this one felt different. And after seeing her, I'm like, what was that? And I decided disregard that and pass that. The second time, next week, I showed up again, and she was there. And again, I felt this sensation in my heart, like she passes me by, she talks, she speaks. I'm able to see her like aura, her good soul, like, and but again, I decided to not take notes about this feeling. And the third time I showed up, she was there again, and we had a nice flowy conversation. And I was like, "Damn, this person activates my soul. What's happening?" And I decided again to forget about her because I'm on this path, but I couldn't stop thinking of her. And what I've decided to do, I decided to write her a letter saying that um, I'm interested in her soul, spirit, and like her as a human being. And I really meant it when I wrote this letter, because there is something attractive about her, but not in a usual way, the way I desired other women before. So I wrote her this letter and passed her, and she was like surprised, pleasantly surprised. I don't know how she's gonna react, or if she's gonna like ignore this letter, or like say something. I don't care this much. It was my gesture of appreciation to a beautiful soul at this bar. Like sometimes you think maybe it's my twin flame, maybe it's my like soulmate, whatever. But I try to stay humble, because I know that at this stage, some meetings can be like presented as sacred, but it can be tricky. So I have to be mindful of my feelings. But at the same time, it's nice. Actually, semen retention opens your heart and wants you to feel love, be loved, and express love, which is great. So, but if we are on this journey, we can transmute this energy from our lower chakras, when this energy arises, to the third eye, and express this energy in music, in art, in artistry, and be like the, like low-key genius, like Nikola Tesla, who practiced semen retention for most of his life. So, and this is what lots of people do not understand. They think like, like when somebody comes up with a new invention, you think those people are relapsers? Nah, guys. They have downloads because they hold this energy. They carry it within. So this is like really important. How do I feel now? I feel great. I feel great. I have like calm energy. Of course, I do have urges once in a while. I would say like every other week or 2 weeks, but those are manageable. The biggest advantage, I think, of semen retention is stable mental health. No matter what happens, no matter what you're going through, like in life, in business. When I was relapsing, or like, like fooling around or playing around, like my mental health was like this. One day on top, the second day I'm depressed. Right now, I am kind of like in a normal state, despite of everything that is happening. And those people who have businesses or want to succeed in something long term, I would say, guys, semen retention is a must, because in order for you to be bold, to negotiate, to put your terms on the table, you have to be persistent and a little bit tough. And semen retention gives you this like edge of aggressiveness, competitiveness, and toughness that most men do not have. I just another thing that I'm able at this stage, by looking into somebody's eyes, to pre-qualify, like if they are retainers, like what day they are at, Let me just give you an example briefly in this video. So you pull up some pictures and look at the eyes of the retainers. The first one that comes to my mind is Patrick Bet David. If you look at his eyes when he was younger and look at his eyes now, I'm telling you guys, he's a retainer. He's practices retention. He also has a video on YouTube where he said that he's not going to have sex until he reaches out first million, and it took him 17 months to achieve this goal. Another example of a retainer is Conor McGregor of season 2013, 2017, like especially 2015 when he fought Jose Aldo, UFC. You can pull up that fight and just look at the Conor's eyes, like the sharpness, the mentality, the how articulate he is. This is like another retainer. And also one of my favorite examples is Lenny Kravitz. He's been celibate for the last 9 years. You can do the test. If you pull up the pictures of Lenny Kravitz, you can show his pictures to your family or friends and tell them that this guy is around 60 years old. So most of the people will laugh and say it's genetics, it's money, it's vitamins, but little do they know that this guy has been a retainer. And trust me, with his financial situation, with his celebrity effect persona, he could have like slept around every day, multiple women, but this guy is doing something different, so keep an eye on him as well. I think that's it. Let's wrap it up for tonight. My name is Bogdan. Welcome again to the Pathfinder channel. Please guys, drop comments under this video. It inspires me to record more, and follow the channel. It gives me energy to continue. And also I have a free Telegram community. If you clicked on the link in the link in bio, you can find some helpful stuff as well for you. See you next time.